What do you get when you take everything Batman? You just take that lore, you shove it in your hands, and then you pull back the layers, such as superheroes, Batman, Arkham being a hospital for mentally ill, prison, Arkham prison, and you shove it in a big bowl of teenage rom-com Twilight type crap. You get Melissa Dallak Cruz's Gotham High. Let's talk about it. So, for those that don't know, Melissa De La Cruz is a New York best-selling author, commonly known for books The Blue Bloods and Disney's Descendants. So they decided, I don't know, the powers invested of DC, the gods almighty, decided to give her a fair shake at Batman. Well, not really Batman, more like Bruce Wayne Gotham, because Batman does not exist in this. What it is, and we're going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to talk about the story, things I liked or didn't mind, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what I do not like and if I recommend this at all. So let's start with the story. The story is as such. Bruce Wayne is of Asian descent. He is still the richest person in Gotham. But one sad day, his parents, who are also Asian descent, was murdered in their mansion. The father was tied down and killed in the bathroom. The mother, Martha, was killed and basically slaughtered inside of a tub. So what happens is young Bruce Wayne is sent overseas to basically get schooling outside of Gotham. He is sent by his wonderful and lovely uncle, which we know as Alfred. So Alfred is no longer Butler. He is actually his uncle, his mother's brother. So he comes back. He gets expelled from his school. It's a prep school. It's private. Money. Rich people go there. This school is known as no other than Arkham Prep School. Upon helping somebody getting bullied, he is basically expelled and sent back to his old days of Gotham High. Here we see that he has a friendship, or past friendship and love, for Selina Kyle, which is his neighbor, and he befriends John Napier, or his friends call him Jack Napier. Otherwise, in the DC lore, is one of Joker's identities. Then everything is going good. A love triangle basically fills up. Bruce wants Selina. Jack wants Selina. Selina wants them both. Alfred has a husband, so he is gay. He basically is trying to rebuild a connection with Bruce after he comes back. He is almost 18, so he can start diving into his trust fund at this point. So what basically happens is Bruce, who's this badass, he's rich, nobody likes, he's a loner. He basically starts to see something going on because Harvey, which is, as in Harvey Dent, is a low middle class African American student who is accidentally kidnapped while trying on Bruce's trench coat because he's like, hey, that's cool, dude, let me see. And it starts basically like a little murder mystery type thing going on here. Bruce gets involved. He starts to see what's going on. Harvey is released after his family is basically held for ransom. Harvey has like a big slice on his face, and then he's like really pissy and angry to Bruce, like, this is your fault, you shouldn't have come back here, you're causing all this. And then Selina's involved, and then it all comes into a full circle where both Jack and Bruce are played, because it's all set up by Selina, who loves them both, but ultimately needs to dive in her own trust fund to save her father, who is basically diagnosed with Alzheimer's and does not have the support, so she needs to do what she does and fakes her own death. So, for what I liked. Ultimately, the characters work for the most part. I will say that. The Asian ethnicity for Bruce and his family, I mean, for the most part, kind of worked because it is built up a little bit with the backstory. Selina Kyle and how she's portrayed definitely fits her cat burglar type ways that we're known for. Bruce does still know martial arts. It's not really explained, but he kicks some bully's ass, so that works. Overall setting, it works. Bruce throwing bashes and throwing his money around, typical. So a lot of the stuff she took liberties and tried to preserve with the lore, but that's mainly it. So let's talk about what I don't like. I do not like how it feels like they just tried to throw darts at a wall for diversity. Why do I say that? Reason being is because you take Bruce, you replace his ethnicity, he's from Asian descent now. Alfred is his family, who is basically it's his uncle. It's his mother's brother, who is gay and married to, I think his name is John Pennyworth, basically. Now, obviously, Alfred could absolutely be gay. No, yeah, that part doesn't bother me. But then you take Jack or Joker, whatever you want to, you make him one of the poorest kids on the block. Arkham, and instead of it being some kind of, institution for prison or mental health or even a doctor's office, it's a prep school. Like, it really looks like they tried to take Archie or Riverdale, which the artist is actually known for those comics or graphic novels, and then you took DC and said, hey, let's see if that works. You get love triangles, you get somebody that's gay, you get different cultures. It looks like they literally just tried to turn this into some teenage rom-com thriller by throwing darts at the wall. I don't like it one bit. While yes, some of the premises I did like, I liked part of the story, I think the story works, it would be better with different characters. Create characters that fit the roles that you're trying to make. Do not take somebody and try to shoehorn them in to fit your story while shitting on everything else that people love about the fucking characters. That is my problem, and I will still say it again. Like, comment, whatever below, subscribe if you like my content, and I want to know what you think, because honestly, this book, until next time, Vulsker out.